everybody, so I've decided to make a video. I was gonna do my top 10 people I want to see in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and it was just like too hard. So I was like, oh, I'll do like top 15, top 20. I've landed with top 25 people I wanted to see, and because there's so many, it's likely. But I mean, we'll be very interested in coming back to this video and seeing who all does appear. Some of these are returns, some of these are like MCU returns, like deaths. Some of these are like just from other multiverses. Some of these are just fan casts. Let's go ahead and start with number 25. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this one at the bottom just because like it is just a fan cast, but I would love for it to happen. And that would be Will Smith as a variant of T'Challa. To me, this would be so cool. I've always wanted Will Smith in the MCU in some way, but I don't really know where or how. So I was like, this would just be cool. He'd be like this variant version of an older T'Challa, and I definitely think he could nail it. Number 24. I didn't really think I'd ever say this, but I just watched the movie and I was like, yeah, I kind of want to see that happen. To see Leah Thomas and Howard the Duck show up. And I think that'd be so funny because like that was like forever ago. That was like 80s, like mid 80s. So like I think it'd be super funny to have that version of Howard the Duck show up. And it would probably have to be CGI now. That's why I was thinking maybe to have Leah Thomas there with him. I did not look to make sure she has not passed away, but I don't think she would have passed away. Well, I was saying her name wrong. It's Leah Thompson. But I think it'd be super funny and just random if we were to see them in this movie. Number 23, Thomas Jane as the Punisher. I just watched those movies too. As you know, I just watched a lot of these movies trying to, you know, educate myself in the old Marvel universe. And the Punisher was definitely better than Warzone. I thought Warzone was horrible. I think Thomas Jane did a great job as Frank Castle, and I think it'd be really cool to see him in return, even though I didn't really like the Punisher movie that much, but it'd be cool. Number 22 would be Anson Mount from Inhumans. I do think the Black Bolt actor did a great job, and I think it'd be really cool to see him return as Black Bolt. Maybe having more of a comic book accurate costume this time. I would love that. Number 21 would be for Anya Taylor-Joy to show up as Magic from the New Mutants. I was trying to think of like just different things, and then the New Mutants popped up in my mind. I was like, oh, that'd be cool. And her character's obviously like the most like standoutish, coolish one. So I think to see her show up would be really sick. Number 20. It's kind of two people. It'd be Cloak and Dagger from the Freeform series. I actually enjoyed that series. It's a little dramatic for sure. A lot of teen drama there. I can't think of the name. It was Audrey or Aubrey something. That guy, his performance, his tie was so good. So I would really like to see him return. And I think Olivia Holt was fine as Dagger, but I feel like they got 2 seasons of a show. I feel like they still have so much more potential, and I feel like they are really important to the comics. So I think eventually they're going to show up anyways. I think it'd be cool to see them. And that leads into number 19, which would be The Runaways from Hulu. This show, I enjoyed a lot. It's another one, it's got a lot of teen drama in it, but it's really good. I really liked The Runaways. Seeing The Runaways in this would be really cool because they're pretty awesome. Now, I don't really know how important they are in the comics, but I think that's something you could totally bring back because I think all the cast is really good. Number 18, Mr. Eric Bana as the Hulk. I actually enjoyed the Hulk, the movie. It's a fun movie. I watched it maybe a year or 2 ago. I loved like the comic like filter it does with like transitions, and I liked Jennifer Connelly as the love interest because she's beautiful. But I think it'd be really cool to see Eric Bana as the Hulk again. I think he's even commented and said no, but so did Andrew Garfield. Number 17, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Now this guy has promised he's not in this movie, but Andrew Garfield also promised that he was in Spider-Man No Way Home. and the video of Ryan is just bad. But Deadpool, it makes so much sense for him to pop up. I just can't imagine he's not in the movie. Number 16, Jessica Alba as Invisible Woman. Because who didn't like Jessica Alba as Invisible Woman? I'll tell you, this kid certainly did. I don't have a problem with any of the cast from the old Fantastic Four movies, but if I had to choose one to come back, it would be her. Number 15, Mr. Wesley Snipes as Blade. I just watched these movies not too long ago. The second one's definitely the best, if you ask me. I think Wesley did a great job as Blade, and I don't know how old he is yet. I haven't looked it up, but if he's capable, I would totally dig to see him back as Blade. Number 14, I literally just watched these this weekend. Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider. Nicolas Cage obviously has like the crazy aspect to him. So like in the second one, when they let him go like full Nicolas Cage, it was really cool. And I really like the design of his Ghost Rider. And the guy's just kind of like iconic actor. So like bring him back. It'd be cool. But while we're talking about Ghost Rider, let's move on to number 13, which would be Gabriel Luna as the Ghost Rider, because dang was he great in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Also that design of Ghost Rider is sick. And I think he was supposed to get his own show at one point, maybe. I'm looking over there like someone's gonna tell me, but he would be so cool. Like, just bring him back. Number 12, Jared Leto as Morbius. Now, I haven't seen Morbius yet because it hasn't been out yet. The final trailer dropped, and I don't know, he looks great as the character, and just for multiverse purposes, it would be really cool to see him. Number 11. This is like, number 11 is kind of where like I know like I would like freaking like lose it if these people show up. The Defenders, right, from Netflix. I know what you're thinking. Maybe they're kind of morphing it into the main timeline because we now have Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, but we don't necessarily know if they're playing the same versions. So like, how cool would it be for, you know, Charlie Cox, Kristen Ritter, Finn Jones, and oh man, what's that name? Mike Coulter show up? That would be awesome. And like even have like I'm counting John Bernthal as Punisher too, because he's fantastic and he's part of that universe. So like the Defenderverse or whatever. Please, I really hope they're in this because that would be so awesome. Number 10, Tom Hardy as Venom. I mean, how sick would that be? It's possible. All of these are possible. Number 9, I feel like there's no way he's not in it, would be Jeffrey Wright voicing the Watcher, a live action version of the Watcher. It's multiverse stuff. Why would he not be in the movie at all? You know what I mean? Number 8, if you've seen the trailer, you know there is like a comic book-ish or animated world they're going to. So how wild would it be to see Miles Morales from the Spider-Verse? That would be so awesome. I want to know how that Miles would take it, knowing that there's other worlds with other superheroes that aren't just Spider-Man. Like I said, anything's possible. Number 7, here we go. Here's another fan cast. But this is well-known fan cast that everyone wants to see. John Krasinski is Mr. Fantastic. I mean, come on. The fans want it, so make it happen. If he's not going to be the main Mr. Fantastic, he needs to be in this, for sure. Number 6, Tom Hiddleston is Loki. I mean, come on. The way the TVA was just like, he got thrown into like an alternate timeline or something at the end of Loki. Something messed up, and we saw all the branches, the multiverse. So why would Loki not be there? I feel like it. I just feel like it makes sense. We're in the top 5 now. Number 5, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I have in parentheses mainly Coulson and Quake, because like I would love to see them all, but like if Clark Gregg showed up and Chloe Bennett showed up, That'd be so wild. Number 4. Aaron Taylor Johnson is Quicksilver. This is another one. I just feel like it just kind of makes sense. Here we are, we're multiverse hopping. Wanda's multiverse hopping. Like, how much of a toll would it take on her to see her dead brother? Like, the actual one. I think it makes sense. Also, if you've seen The King's Man or Tenet, Aaron Taylor Johnson likes to just do like little bitty, almost cameo roles now. So, I think it's possible. Number 3, this one is most likely not happening from what I've heard. But, oh, would it be awesome. Mr. Hugh Jackman is the Wolverine. And I understand he had his send-off with Logan and everything, but like, kind of like SpiderMan. I mean, they pulled Willem Dafoe and, you know, Alfred Molina from like before they died. So it's totally possible to pull in Logan from before he died, and it wouldn't mess up his ending. But whatever. I think Mr. Jackman's kind of closed the chapter on that, and he doesn't really want to return, but I know we'd all lose our minds if it happened. And I feel like y'all know who my top 2 are. We're gonna do it in order still, just so you know where I stand on things. Number 2, Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. And this is another one that just kind of makes sense. I mean, Sam Raimi's directing, and they got him back for the last one, so who's not to say they got him back for like a little small part in this, just to reunite director and actor for the franchise. Highly possible, if you ask me. Highly possible. Most likely, if you ask me. So that leaves me to the number 1. Y'all know who it is. Andrew the Werewolf Garfield. Now, this guy says he has no plans on returning to Spider-Man as of like yesterday. But returning is like future. What if he's already filmed something, you know? Also, he said he wasn't in No Way Home, and he was most definitely in No Way Home for like a good 35 minutes. So he's just the number 1 person, honestly. I love Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. He's my favorite. This is my list. I didn't include Tom Cruise as Iron Man because I'm not necessarily a Tom Cruise fan. Like, nothing I've seen from him has really sold me. I don't really like the Mission Impossible movies. What else is he known for? Oh, I thought Top Gun was super overrated. I do like Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow is really good. It's like I'm not gonna like, if I don't see Tom Cruise as Iron Man, it's not really gonna hurt my feelings. Even though I think he'll do a really good job if he's in it. I feel like he could definitely pull off that role. I did not include Captain Carter because her shield is in the poster. Therefore, I feel like she's most definitely in it, and it'd be kind of dumb to guess. And I didn't include Patrick Stewart because he's obviously there. So that's my list, everybody. So, like I said, if there's someone, comment who you want to see. If you agree with some of these, let me know. But like, if there's someone not on here that you want to see, also let me know. And I'll see you next time.